Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like booty right now. But this tarot deck has been staring at me through my drawer for like the past 2 days. And as much as I wanted to get readings out the past couple of days, like it just wasn't gonna fucking happen. Like there was way too much shit going on the past couple of days. So I pulled the deck out, I went to shuffle it, and on the split we have the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands. So this is giving an energy of you leaving things behind. I mean, this is the most cookie cutter shit that you're gonna hear every fucking time the Six of Swords comes out, but it's you leaving things behind that no longer serve you in pursuit of something that you want to go for. So something that you want to work on. 3 and 3. So 333 might be significant for you right now in this time. This deck, I don't know if you guys know, this deck does not read for me. This deck only reads for the collective or people around me. Oh, see, she doesn't like me. But anyways, yeah, look, Death and Temperance. There's definitely a starting over here. There's something that might have tried to get off of the ground. Maybe you tried to start a new job or you tried to move or something in the past month and it just like wasn't happening. And Spirit's been telling you like have patience. Like it's coming, and you started the manifestation process, but like you have to understand it's gonna move in divine timing, right? It's not just gonna get there the second you say that you want it, because Spirit needs to know that like you actually are willing to work for it and you're actually willing to wait for it. So it's coming in, whatever this thing is. 8 of Pentacles at the bottom as well. Again, you have to work for it. Like, yes, you started the journey and it's there and you can see it, and you might even be getting like visions or dreams about it, because you've been putting energy into this manifestation. You've been putting energy into looking at what the future looks like and starting to make those changes and starting to do 3 of Pentacles again, starting to do little things here and there, kind of putting yourself in those shoes of the mindset of who you would be in that time, right? Who you would be in the future. Like if you want a house, like what does a house owner look like? What does a house owner do every day? Do they get up and, you know, clean their house and take pride in their stuff? Do they sit there and put aside time for budgeting, things like that? Do they wake up early in the morning, you know, like just spend time in their own space, things like that? And so you're starting to put those into practice now, because you understand like you have to embody the energy that you're trying to welcome in. So you're getting help, you're getting support from people around you to do this. You're starting to speak life into your manifestation, and as you're starting to make these changes, the people around you see that you're starting to make these changes and they want to help you. They're like, oh, you want to do good for yourself, cool, let me help you, let me support you. Like if I can't help you, if I can't do anything, the least I can do is support you through this process, right? Knight of Cups at the bottom here. I'm getting the sense of, yeah, 8 of Wands at the same time. Once you started working on this thing for yourself and started putting this plan in motion, and you started really like getting down to the nitty-gritty and doing all of these tiny little plans for yourself, working towards these itty-bitty goals that end up leading you to the bigger goal, kind of like Mr. Miyagi, right? Wax on, wax off. Why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time? Wax on, wax off. What is this shit? And he was like, I'm teaching you to fight. Like, you don't even, I'm giving you what you asked for, but you got to work for it. And that's what Spirit's saying here. I'm giving you what you asked for, but you got to work for it. You got to prove to me that you're worthy of this manifestation. You got to prove to me that you want it. You got to prove to me that you can handle it when it's here, because I'm not going to give it to you just for you to squander it the second it gets here, right? You can't try to manifest $1 million, but every time you get $10 in your pocket, you blow it right away. Like Spirit's saying, if you want money, save money. If you want a car, look at cars. If you want a house, look at houses. Like literally start putting yourself in the mindset and start making moves towards it, even if they're tiny little moves, even if they're the tiniest of little moves. Start budgeting, start waking up early, start doing these things that you don't do, that you haven't been able to do, that you can't do, because a big part of spirituality and integrating your spirituality with your 3D world is not only living in your authenticity, but also you gotta talk the talk and walk the walk, right? You gotta do both. Like, fake it till you make it, but also don't just stay in the energy of fake it. Like, you actually gotta try to make it. You know, you can't just speak the words. You can't just write it down and hope it comes true. You gotta speak the words and start working on it, like, that day. Like, if you guys don't already read things like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or, you know, stuff like that, these types of things are really gonna help motivate you and get you in the mindset of, like, millionaire mindset. Like, I read this shit and I know this shit and I understand this shit, and I'm trying to, like, put it into practice in my own life and trying to find how this type of mindset fits me and how I can make it work for me, right? I'm not trying to be Robert Kiyosaki. Like, I'm trying to fit his practices into my life and make it work for me, right? Eight of Swords and the Tower. Something happened or is happening or will happen right now in this end of October, beginning of November time, which is going to throw you for a loop, and it's here to pull you out of this energy of self-sabotage and martyrdom, right? It's here to pull you out of it's here to pull you out of this lower vibrational energy that you've been in, because you've been doing so well. Like, you've been doing so well, and then all of a sudden, you know, October hits, and everybody got their shit rocked in October. I've been telling you guys it was coming so that you could prepare for it, because I knew it was coming, and I was, like, mentally, spiritually, physically preparing for it, because when October hits, y'all gotta bunker down and stop trying to do shit. Like, for real, you gotta let the energy just roll right over you, otherwise you're gonna get sucked into the undercurrent and you're gonna get fucking rocked. But everybody got their shit rocked in the eclipse season, and they get depressed about it. Like, I thought I was doing so well. Why did this happen? That happened because of the planets, babe. Sorry to tell you, there's shit going on outside of you. You are but a tiny, teeny, tiny little ant on a planet in a giant fucking universe, multiverse. Like, hello? You really think that you're the only thing that matters in the universe? Sorry to tell you, zoom out. There's a whole lot of shit outside of you going on, and you have to do what you can to work with those energies as well. And you have to understand that you're not cock of the walk. I'm sorry. You can be top shit, you can be a millionaire, you can be fucking queen, but you are still one person in the entire span of everything that's going on. I'm not saying that to depress you. I'm saying that to inspire you to understand that what you do with your life is your own. So you're starting to get that. You are. And you were doing great up until this point. And October hit and you got your shit rocked and you got sad about it. You got depressed, and that's fine, but get out of it. Get out of it really fucking fast before you get too far into it. Because you've got something coming for you that you started. Like, you don't understand that. You started it. You did. You dipped your toes into it. You started working towards it. You put the manifestation in the process. You told the universe. You did all the things. You started making the plans. You started setting goals. You started hitting goals. Like, you are killing it. You're doing great. Don't let one fucked up month throw you out of it. This whole end of the year sucks all the time. Sorry to tell you, it does. You gotta learn to roll with it, because what happens when the end of the year comes? Another year starts, and then at the end of that year, you're gonna go through this again. So the least you can do is learn to deal with it and the energies that come with this time, right? Because you started something big. Something big, which is really opening up your heart to love, and it really opened you up to your curiosity and your daydreaming, and it really brought you back to yourself. It really brought you back to yourself, and you just can't let October get you down, sweetheart. I really hope those of you that need to hear this are hearing it, because October is not the end-all be-all of all the shit you were just doing for yourself. It's not. It's one bad month. November's gonna suck because we got family time. December's gonna suck because we got family time. And then January, everybody's got the whole family time hangover. Look, Empress, are you fucking kidding me? You know who you are. 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 I don't need to tell you this. Get the fuck up. Sorry. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Drink some water. Open the windows. Look outside. If it's cold, don't open the windows. But you know what I mean? Like, clean. Get up. You can't be sad forever because you know that you're the Empress, and the Empress don't do that. She don't. She's on top of her shit. I wasn't going to do a part 2, but when I was holding this card, the Empress, in the last reading, and I was like, Empress don't do that. Empress don't sit on her ass. Empress don't mope around, right? Empress don't feel sorry for herself. Empress keeps going. Empress works harder. Empress does more. She does it better, and she does it in a more nurturing, loving way, right? I looked at the bottom of the deck, and it's the fucking Emperor. So I feel like this thing that you're working towards isn't just a goal for you. This is a goal for you and your person. This is your divine counterpart. Those of you who are seeing this message that need to see it, you know what you're working towards. And it could just be a balancing out of energies of not only you and your divine counterpart, but as you're balancing out the energies between the two of you, you're also balancing out the energies within yourself comparatively. Both of you, each of you separately, you're balancing out your energies individually to come together because you guys are putting in the work. Like, you're doing the damn thing. You're doing great. In October, ain't no fucking thing. Look, Ten of Swords, it's gotta break, baby. It's gotta break. Those old cycles, all that old shit that was no longer serving you, all the memories, all the things that you have of who you were and how you used to be, you know that that can't come with you. You know that that can't come with you. Can't come with you because you're the Empress. Ace of Wands at the bottom. It can't come with you because you have been given an opportunity. That's two aces now. We had the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. You have been given a new start. We also had the Death card in the last one. You've been given a new start, and it's a new cycle because you closed out. You effectively closed out the last one. You did the damn thing. You were healing. You were growing. You were setting goals for the next cycle. Moon card with the Queen of Swords. It's okay to have some emotions. It is. Everybody does. And the better things get in your life outside of you, the more you'll feel those feelings come up. All that shit you never dealt with is going to come up when you think things are going the best, because you need to deal with them to get them out of the way to keep moving on the path that you're on. It's like you're trying to like clean your house, but you're just shoving shit in the attic in the process, and Spirit's like, no, this gotta go. Like, this shit, you're holding on to all of this energetically. Like, why do you have pictures of your exes over here in this box? Why do you have a whole box dedicated to that girl that broke your heart? Why do you have this person's sweater in your closet still? Like, you gotta get rid of this shit, because it's all these tiny little things. And it's not just that, it's reminders of who you were that are keeping you small. It's habits that you have that are from your past, things that you have formed in your past that are no longer serving you, that are only keeping you small, that are keeping you in that mindset of, this is who I am, I guess that's it for me. Like, Knight of Wands, you're getting the fire under your butt, or you were before October, you were getting the fire lit under your butt to start making changes for yourself, not just for your divine counterpart, not just for the future that you want, but for yourself. And I feel like this person being in your life and this goal that you guys are working towards is helping both of you to not only ignite that fire in each other, but keep each other balanced, and keep the energy of this connection balanced. Sun card. Do you know what the Sun card is? Happiest card in the fucking deck. You guys are doing it. Look, Sun card and the Fool. You guys are doing it. You are, okay? I'm so fucking proud of you. You guys are doing it. Like, this is probably the best reading that I've had all year. You guys are doing it. You guys are balancing. You guys are learning to take things one step at a time. I remember I said that in one of my other readings about like a zipper, just like one tooth at a time, right? You can't zip up your sweater without watching how the zipper works. It's one little tooth at a time, but it brings the whole zipper together, right? This is going to be such a beautiful outcome, but you have to understand, it's not gonna happen today. It's not gonna happen next week. It's not gonna happen a month from now or 6 months from now. It will happen when it's supposed to happen, as it's supposed to happen. And you have to understand that, and you have to trust in your guides and in the universe and in this relationship that you have, and you have to trust that it's on the right track and keep doing what you're doing in the daily. Keep doing all these little things that you're doing, starting to implement these goals, starting to make these changes within yourself, within your routine, within your thought patterns and your speech patterns, and all of this little correcting that you do that to you feels like busy work. You're like, well, I just want my thing already. I just want my thing already. Why do I have to do all this fucking busy work, right? Shut the fuck up. You have to do the busy work to get to the thing, because there's lessons still that need to be learned before you can acquire this thing. That's why it wasn't just handed to you. You got a tiny little taste of the good life so that you can see what it is that you're working towards. And what you don't understand, what you don't understand is that you fucking did it, dude. You fucking did it. Judgment and the Lovers. You did it. You fucking did it. You did the thing. You did the thing. You set this path on its course, and you took the steps to walk down this path, and you keep second guessing yourself because you are used to second guessing yourself. That's one of those things that you still have in the trunk of your car that you haven't fucking kicked out yet. You second guess yourself, and you second guess the easy trust that you have. You second guess like the full-hearted love that you have. You second guess that this thing is for you, because every time you ever put that wholehearted trust into something, it didn't work. But the thing is, it didn't work because you were supposed to push through it, and you never pushed through it. You took that obstacle as an end instead of seeing it as an obstacle. But you're aligning with your true self now. You're aligning with your higher self, and you're starting to understand and actually see that that's an obstacle. That's not an end, that's an obstacle. If you set your mind to something, a million fucking obstacles are gonna try to knock you off that path, because it's the universe testing you to see if you're really serious about it, if you really want it, if you're really that passionate about it, if you're really committed to it. So all of these things are gonna get in the fucking way because you need to start releasing them. You have to understand these feelings that are coming up for you of like not being worthy or not being good enough, or like not being this, not being that. Those are old thought patterns. Those are things that were put in your head. Not speaking up, not standing your ground, all of these things. Those are old thought patterns that you need to get rid of. So when you start seeing yourself like regressing, like you think you're doing so good and you go days and weeks just being fucking full on happy, full on at peace, and then you have one bad day and you're like, what happened? I thought I was over this. I thought I was past this. That's not how it works, baby. You're not just gonna transcend chaos. Sorry to tell you, it doesn't matter how fucking enlightened you are. You're never gonna transcend chaos, because where there is peace, there is chaos. Everything in this world has to do with duality. Where there is peace, there is chaos. Where there is darkness, there is light. There is no absolutes in the third dimension. There is no absolutes. The only absolute is Tao, and we are not Tao. Sorry. Everything here you are building, you're doing for yourself. At the end of the day, although you're doing it for your divine counterpart, for your future together, you're also doing it for yourself in the meantime. And that's the biggest part. That's the key here. You have to do this for yourself in the meantime, until that thing gets here, until the opportunity presents itself. So that when the opportunity presents itself for you guys to move in the direction that you're trying to move towards, when that opportunity comes, you'll both be ready. You'll be able to do it without a doubt. You'll be able to take the leap. You won't question it. You won't second guess it. You won't be like, we need more time, because you don't need more time. Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. You're fulfilling yourself first, and your divine counterpart is also doing the same, because you guys are mirroring each other. So as they do things to fulfill themselves, you pick that up. You're like, hey, I should try that. And as they see you doing these things, they're like, damn, I should try that. Every time one of you starts feeling a little bit down, you pick each other up by inspiring each other, not by telling each other, you need to get up. You're inspiring each other through your actions, because both of you are driven individually. Both of you are driven towards this self-fulfillment that you're working on, your emotional fulfillment, your stability, all of these things. And because you're both working on that individually, it makes it that much easier to do when you're together. So I think I can end this one here. Let's end it on the Queen of Cups. Open your heart. Look, there's a mirror in front of her heart. Open your heart to love. Let love in everything. Let love in everything that you do, and it'll make everything get easier, I promise. You can see the